for now. So I got here last night a little before midnight Eastern time, and got my 10 in, and then I went and there was no empties available last night, and then there was this trailer up at the dock with the green blinking lights. I went to go check on it. They said they hadn't unloaded it yet, but I could park in front of it. I parked in front of it, waited for a little while. I made coffee and ate some leftover wings and chilled out a little bit, played some games. Now I'm just sitting here. There, I'm right up here. That second driveway is where the entrance to the place is. In fact, if you look over them trees right there, you can see the facility that I was at here in Trotwood. I'm on the outside street. This is a dead-end road. There's some other trucks parked on both sides of the road here. And just waiting for them to send me a dispatch to dispatch me a load. They're waiting for me to get an empty before they dispatch me because they didn't know. Sometimes this place takes a long time to get empties out, and so sometimes they're slow and you sit here for a while waiting on empties. So pretty common thing. So I'm just hanging out. And then right next door, I didn't know what was next door, but I guess it's some sort of mechanic shop, maybe. I'm not sure what this is. I have no idea, but there's a lot of McFarlane trucks over. Well, there's an MVP trailer over there. I don't know. I really didn't pay attention, but they got a little bit of a shop right there. I think that's a shop. I don't know. Some sort of a little building. So anyways, I'm just playing the waiting game, waiting on a load to come through. As soon as one pops up on my phone and whatever, see if anything's gotten sent through here on Mystic. Usually he'll text me, but that's not always the case. Nope, still not on there. And I still haven't started my clock yet, so I'm good there. I got a fresh set of hours for the day to drive as soon as I get started. I'll just have to do a pre-trip and all that crap as soon as they send me the dispatch and get down the road. I don't need a trailer washout, but I don't know if I need to turn this reefer back on because I turned it off so I could get up in there and cool it down so I could see how dirty it was. And other than the little bit in the back, it was pretty clean. I just had to pick up a few sticks, a couple old seals, and these little metal things that fit in the grooves of the floor of the trailer that help keep pallets from sliding around. There was 4 of those sitting in a pile over on the side, so I just scooped all that stuff up and threw it in the trash can because I was 2 docks away from the shipping and receiving entrance. So I just went over to the garbage can and threw that stuff away. I know a truck driver that throws stuff away in the trash and not on the ground. Who'd have thought? But yep, so we're just playing the waiting game. If I sit here too long, I'll go back here and I don't know, just see. I told them that I would work through Friday because last week I got held up quite a bit in Indianapolis because of the traffic and stuff. I did a couple of live feeds on that. And then I got held up. Actually, to tell the truth, I probably should have used PC for it. Hindsight 2020, you know. But I dropped down to Memphis, Indiana to that Love's where I had left my shower bag. Forgot my shower bag on the floor in the McDonald's there. And I went down there to retrieve it. So I went approximately an hour out of my way, which was basically the same amount of time I was short on to make it on time back to Ankeny to deliver the load. And then I attempted to do a 7 and 3 or 82, but I don't think it would work because I used up my 14 the night before, and I think the way I just had a bunch of variable times, and some of those were drive times, I don't think I would have been able to do it. But the funny part is I had left my phone with the Wi-Fi on, and I didn't have it plugged in. And normally I don't plug my phone in at night because I bring it back there and it's my alarm. It's what I use to wake me up. And I woke up a little before daylight, looked out at the ELD to see if I had any hours yet. No, and I didn't look to see how much time I'd been in the sleeper, but it looked like the sun was starting to come up. And then I laid back down, and mind you, I had set my alarm on my phone, so I'd be getting up around 6 or 7, or something like that, to see if I was going to get any time back, and if there was, I was going to try to pull off that split 7 and 3 or whatever, 8 and 2 at least if I could. I don't think I would have been able to anyway, just because of the way my hours, all my drive time and little stops and little things I did earlier in the shift. I don't think it would have worked. But yeah, it wound up being that I looked at my clock after I woke back up, and it said exactly 11 hours in the sleeper. It wasn't 11 hours and some minutes. It was exactly 11:00. And I think that's so funny that it was exactly 11 hours that I'd been in the sleeper when I looked at the time. And so I had basically overslept when I laid back down, and then was looking at my phone and it was dead as a doornail. And the only thing I can think of, because it wasn't hooked up to anything, my phone wasn't connected to anything through the Wi-Fi, TV was off, I don't have my laptop hasn't been turned on in at least a week or so, since I did the last edited video. And I don't think there was anything hooked up to the Wi-Fi signal through my phone, but for some reason, I think it was probably looking for a signal and just ran the battery down faster or something. And then the broker was trying to get a hold of me. Did you pick up your load yet? Blah, 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 blah. Sending me texts and sending me missed calls, and I thought they were calling a lot, but I looked and it only showed 2 or 3, like 1 or 2 texts and a couple of missed calls. But I swear they were bugging the crap out of me while I was driving. They were sending me texts while I was driving, hello, and I just ignored them. And yeah, it was pretty tight. For one, I had gotten, my time was all messed up from the get-go, because ever since I got held up in that Indianapolis stuff and the stuff beside Indianapolis, it thrown everything off. I was late getting out here to Trotwood. Then from here, I had to go down to southern Indiana, down by the Kentucky county line, and I had to literally go through, dip down into Kentucky to get back up into there and come back. I had to go down through Cincinnati and then Louisville and come back up in order to get to where I was going. And went there, and I wasn't able to get there before I got there, like at 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I think you guys, any guys that were watching those live feeds, would have noticed that I didn't get there, and I had to wait until morning. They said they sent me messages saying that they said that they would load me in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning when they opened up. I went and got checked in at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they made me wait until it was right around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So lucky I hadn't started my time yet. But after I left there, I went Catskill to load at that Memphis, Indiana, got a shower, got McDonald's, forgot my shower bag at the McDonald's and left, and tried like crazy to get back to Des Moines as soon as I could, to Ankeny basically, and it wasn't happening because I'd already drove 3 hours, so I only had about 7 hours to drive. And the way that the timing was as if I had 10 hours to drive, or a full 10 hours, because let's see, I forget how that worked out. But anyway, it wasn't happening. So last week was definitely fun with all the 7 and 3s that I did, and the last one didn't work out because I had done some driving when I did the Campbell Soup run and all that. Interesting to see how long it takes them to send me something here, though. Nothing yet, nothing on there, and he hasn't texted me, so I have no idea. I could be here for a few minutes, or I could be here for a few hours for him looking for a load. So hopefully he finds me something soon. So we're just hanging out basically. Hoping they send me another load, and then see if they send me back towards Ankeny or not. He seems to send me out and then pretty much right back to Ankeny, and then out and then back to Ankeny. I kind of do a out and back type thing. Very rarely do I stay out and then only come back at the end of the week. Been a lot of take stuff out, usually here to Trotwood, and then I go get something at various places out this direction in the Ohio, Indiana area, and then bring it back to the Des Moines, Ankeny area, and then I'll got something stuck in my teeth. Anyway, well, no, don't got much going on this coming weekend, so I plan to try to stay out on Friday and be right back out on the road on Sunday and try to get an early start, since we're not planning on going to church Sunday morning. This guy's taking off. So even though last week kind of sucked, I did wind up getting probably the biggest paycheck that I've gotten yet from this place, which is going to be, after taxes, bring home about $1,500, which isn't bad for week by week and going home on the weekends. It's actually decent. I'm always trying to get more, though. I'm always trying to make sure that I run so I'm available to do more and to run my butt off. Oh, come on, Brian, send me something. I know he's looking, though. Looks like it's gonna rain. It's cloudy. Typical winter sky. Gotta love this sitting around stuff, waiting for stuff to pop off. Got guys leaving. Wow, he's driving slower as molasses down there. And that guy pulled onto the street and then stopped, put his hazards on. What's he doing? Probably taking a piss or something. That was me last night, because as soon as I turned onto the street, I had to stop real quick and put myself post trip and sleeper berth, and had to kind of mosey on in at 4 miles an hour with my hazards on, and it was crazy. There was 3 trucks in front of me, and the way this place is set up by the entrance, that kind of clogging the works up. Normally there's only maybe one truck at a time coming in. They're definitely busy all the time though. Always running behind. It seems like you're waiting for a trailer, although these last few weeks coming here, I've always been able to get an empty trailer and get right back out, but that's not always the case. A lot of times you show up here and you gotta wait till middle of the night or the morning before you can get an empty. And if you drive straight out here, you'll still have enough time. You can just about make it to your next pickup location, or get a lot closer to it, because you'll have about, if an empty's ready, you'll use about 9.5 hours to get here, 9 hours to get here from Ankeny. So you got another 2 hours to play with on your drive time if you come straight out here, no messing around. It takes about right at 9 hours to get here. So that gives you about 2 hours to, after you drop and hook and leave, you can get somewhere. You can drive roughly 2 hours up the road and get stopped, depending on where you're going to pick up your next load. So we will see. Hopefully sends me another load here soon. Thing yet? No, nothing yet. I was hoping this live feed get interrupted by a text telling me to head up to blah 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 to pick up blah blah blah, but hasn't happened yet. I just might go back here and relax a little bit here in a minute if I don't get something in the next few minutes. This dude has just been sitting here. What is he trying to do? It looks like he was trying to back up there for a second. Is he trying to back up in front of me? Or is he gonna sit right there? No, he's coming back, but he's doing it extremely slow motion. Like, he's past that one line crack in the of that dude's having trouble doing a straight line back. Now he's pulling forward, probably straighten out. Yeah, he's trying to back up and park right in front of me. Anyway, the not so exciting stuff about trucking when you got to play the waiting game and sit around and wait. What's this dude doing now? Dude's just nice pulling over here to the side. I don't think this guy knows what the clue he's doing. What, he decided he wanted to be on against the other curb? Oh well. Well, hopefully they give me something good. So I told them I would work through Friday as long as I was home Saturday morning. Hopefully it gives me something long so I can get over 3,000 miles in. Hopefully it gives me something big that, you know, takes me up through Wisconsin or Minnesota and back or something, you know. And then back to the yard by Saturday morning. progress. There's nothing on that side. Yeah, there's nothing back there, so he's gonna go back all the way down there. I see what he's doing now. I think he's gonna back all the way down there. He must be trying not to set off his drive time. Young black guy. Old Dutch. Or wait. Or Dutch made, sorry. Old Dutch is a potato chip brand up in the Minnesota area. Yeah. You guys ever have the Old Dutch brand of potato chips? Used to only see those when I lived up in Minnesota. I don't know if you see it other places much, but I know in Minnesota that's a brand. Well, there's not too much going on here. Just playing the waiting game. Pray I get a new load here soon. I'm going to go back here and do something. And I will catch you guys later. Try to do live feeds when there's something interesting going on, or just when I'm in the mood to chat with you all, but there's not really much going on or much to talk about. It's just a good example of how we play the waiting game a lot. So I'm gonna jump off here and go do something else while I wait for a text to come through telling me I got a load. Nothing yet. Alright. Later, guys. Talk to you later. Hopefully a lot more interesting stuff will be going on next time I post. Thanks.